Since I got my hands on 2xKO at Evo, it's clear the game is accessible in many ways, but I saw tons of players struggling because the basics were not explained. Not even in the manual they gave us while we waited in line. So here's 10 tips to make sure you come out on top when Alpha Lab and the game finally drops. This is hands down the most important thing you need to know. How to use dynamic save, how to use the game's combo breaker. You press tag plus special 1 and special 2. The manual they gave us at Evo didn't have this in it, so we had to figure it out the hard way. So save yourself a lot of frustration and go grab your controller right now and practice doing it. This is literally going to save you and your teammate's life and give you more chances to handshake tag your teammate. This next tip is just as important as the first. Listen, you cannot call your assist doing hit stun or block stun. You would not believe how many people thought their controller wasn't working or their duo was trolling them because they were mashing assist or trying to get their teammate to come out, or the teammate was trying to come out, but you cannot call your assist out while you're the one being comboed or pressured. You have to make space, at least for a second, before an assist is allowed to come out. Don't get mad at your teammate. You actually have to defend yourself, which leads me to my third tip. It's not super apparent, but you do have two different assists. Forward and tag and backward and tag will do two different attacks. And that's not all. If you hold the tag button during the assist character will run into position before activating the attack. Once you release, then the attack will activate. Be careful with this knowledge though. It's really fun to kind of run in there and try to like ram into people, but you can get hit just like the point character. So don't go acting like you won't get happy birthday, but you probably will, because this happens a lot early on. Don't worry though, because even if you lose a character, the fight is far from over. Yes, even if you lose a character, the fight is far from over, because the character that gets eliminated can still come in for a last stand assist once your remaining character is at 50% health. These assists are busted as fuck. They're basically supers. In fact, some of them are actually supers, and they're free. They don't cost you anything, but they do have a longer cooldown, 12 seconds to be exact. And on top of that, even though the teammate is dead, they can actually still save you with dynamic save. So if you're dueled up, there is no reason to still not be coordinating and disengage from the combat. With last stand assist, the fight is far from over. But if you want to avoid dying altogether, I suggest you use retreating guard. It's really good. You press light and medium while you're actually in block stun, and you will make space away from your opponent fairly easy. It costs no meter, and your opponent will actually have to get creative with the systems instead of relying so much on their kit, unless you're Darius. Be careful though, because you can easily put yourself in the corner, so use carefully. I'm just gonna be honest with you, you are not tagging enough. Yes, I know Alpha Lab's not even out yet, but once it is, I already know you're not gonna tag enough, because so many new things are gonna be happening. So let me just slice through the awkward silence between you and your duo or in your head and tell you right now. Choose 2x assist. This will give you 2 chances to actually use your assist correctly, because you can reposition using those charge assists, and if you whiff the first, you're probably going to be able to hit the second one and actually see your teammate so you can do the handshake tag. If you or your duo want to move away from pulse, this is the move. Your synergy will literally shoot through the roof in a few games. Trust me, Angel and I collectively converted at least 20 people to 2x assist by the end of Evo. And if you're still not sure what fuse to commit to, check out our interactive fuse map, Fuse Your Fate. It'll tell you when to move off of pulse, which fuse to choose, and what fuse mastery actually looks like. Link to the map in the description, and please share this around for everyone. They're gonna need it. Guys, use your super meter. I know there's a lot going on, especially early on in this game, but if you take a look at the end of a round and you see that most of your super gauge, 1 or 2 bars, are unused, you need to start getting that usage going. Don't worry about using your supers. They have tons of utility. You can focus on that when you have time to lab later. In the beginning, just focus on landing your ultimate with down S1 plus S2. They do cost 2 bars, but do tons of damage, and more importantly, have invincibility frames at the beginning, so they're a real lifesaver when you're in a tight spot without dynamic save. You can thank me later. I know it looks bad, guys, but you don't have to get mixed on wake up for free. It doesn't have to be like this. Every character can do an invincible attack as soon as they get up. Just hold S1 or S2 and it'll automatically come out as soon as you get up. No awkward reversal timings. People will be trying to do all kinds of crazy setups like this, and after you get knocked down, this will shut down most of it, if not all. Fun fact, if you take Fury actually, and it's available, you can actually steal a turn even if they block it by dashing immediately afterward. Kind of busted, but hey, they started it. Next up are 3 basic mechanics I wish I knew sooner. Let's knock them out real quick. First off is grabs. Grabs are done by pressing medium and heavy and can be done in the air too. What makes them really cool in this game is that they're very easy to combo from actually. If you have an assist, for example, coming out during the grab, you're gonna be able to convert from there. Or if you're in the corner, I saw a lot of characters can also combo from there too. Next up are anti-airs. They're done by pressing down and heavy universally, and are really generous when it comes to swatting people out of the sky. This is by design because air mobility is so ridiculous in this game. Have this ready along with the combo in mind to make sure they think twice about jumping. And last but not least are most heavies can be charged. Standing, crouching, and even cross-ups can be charged. The properties are all different on hit, but on block, they allow the attacker to act first. Most importantly, look out for this red highlight during a heavy. This means armor, which can only be broken with grabs. If you can't get out of the way or grab them in time, be ready to sit in the blender a little bit longer. And lastly, when things look the bleakest, use Parry. Every controller scheme will have a macro set for this. And yes, the timing is tight and it does cost 1 super meter, but a lot of big scary moves in this game, like charge heavies and ultimates, are slow to start and well telegraphed. Once you've seen them enough times, go for the parry and then punish. You can also parry projectiles too, so reckless zoning will not be flying in this game, especially because a successful parry is fully refunded with interest. Start with blocking what you're familiar with, then slowly look to integrate parry into your defense. This mechanic was made with Street Fighter Third Strike in mind, so it looks cool, feels cool, and definitely gonna lead to some of your hypest moments. Alright, now I know this was a lot of information, but don't worry, I've condensed a lot of it into an official visual aid that helps you read the screen, where a lot of this information actually is. Have this on a second screen as you level up, and you're destined for greatness. Don't forget to download their Fuse guide as well, both in the description. And of course, there will be more top-notch content coming from the channel as I learn the game. You just hit that like button, subscribe, and share the vid. Alright, it's a done deal. See you in the next one, y'all. Much love, and thanks for watching.